Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Iconic Messengers. I am your host, Pat Hilton, broadcasting live from the Content Hub of Dallas. Welcome to the revolution. Let's dive right into it. What kind of standards you working with? So when you start to roll with people that have high standards, your standards automatically start to elevate. You start to look at things different. When you start to roll with people that have certain routines and certain types of execution in their day, in their business, in their life, you start to incorporate those habits into everything that you do. Those standards become a part of your standards. And this is why that old quote might be one of the top 5 guru quotes of all time. And the only reason why people bring up gurus is because there is a standardized quotation system that a lot of gurus use that is really true. So no one would talk about gurus if gurus weren't successful. No one would even use that word. No one would make a category out of that. Those people are successful. And the really, really good ones, they stick to the fundamentals. They stick to the basics. They stick to a lane. But one of the most authentically true guru quotes that has ever existed is that you become the people that you're around. The top 5 people that you're around, you become number 6. And it's 100% true. And I can tell you that from experience. When I was drinking alcohol and singing in the corner of bars and smoking pot every day, that's all my friends did. It was the same thing. By the way, that's what you want to do. It's what I wanted to do for a long time. And I was very successful at that. I was paying the bills. I was a loyal friend. I was a good dude. I just, drank a lot, smoked a bunch of chronic. But that is what I attracted. And once I met my girlfriend, Meghan, who is now my wife, I had to shift, right? She had a little bit different standard that she wanted to see. Now, I was a really busy, booked musician. I was making, money every day, working, doing what I love to do. And so obviously that was playing in my favor. But she was like, listen, if you really want to be successful at this, you really got to clean up and go after it. And so, the cleanup thing happened later, but the go after it thing was part of what really helped me be successful. And so having that person in my corner really encouraged me to go out and be the best version of me and to get around people that were doing it at a level that I wanted to be at. And so I encourage you, if you are in a position right now, to where you're not happy with the results that you're getting, or you're getting great results and you want to amplify those results, the best thing you can do is change the environment that you're in. Okay. Don't change you. Just insert you and your skills into a great environment. Watch how quickly you start to get different results. I'm telling you, I roll with a ton of real estate people. I consider my circle of real estate people the best in the business. RJ Bates III, Grant Cardone, Dean Rogers, Texas guys, Mike Hambright, Tim Harridge, Naaman Taylor. I think he left real estate and is building a roofing company, which awesome. But dude, everybody I'm around, I've noticed it. It's a trend. They're all trying to do something really, really big, and they're trying to get better every single day. And the environment that they're in is going to determine what results they get. And so your standards for who you are surrounding yourself with, who you're spending time with, who you're allowing into your schedule are going to determine your results. My buddy Jesse Itzler just made this post yesterday. Let me see if I can find it on the spot here. So this guy, Jesse Itzler, I don't know if you guys follow him. He got discovered in a similar way to me. And it's funny because I introduced him at an event. And I mean, the intro was awesome, obviously, right? And he was like, man, that intro was sick, bro. Let's get in touch, man. I want to do some gigs with you. And Jesse Itzler is a co-owner of the Atlanta Hawks. His wife founded Spanx, which is this big, huge company. He posted this yesterday. This is Jesse. Time is my most valuable asset. When I was in my 20s, I had a company called Riot Records where I wrote jingles, radio ads for companies. He charged $5K per jingle. He had a friend that made hats and offered to trade $5K worth of promotional hats for a jingle, and he said yes. He says it wasn't a fair trade. It cost 5 days of his time in the studio, and that guy who traded the hats took 15 seconds to trade the hats. The analogy was his time has become a lot more expensive since then. Your time will probably become a lot more expensive after this day, tomorrow, Sunday, Monday. Be mindful of what you say yes to, whether it's a deal that doesn't make sense or a 15-minute meeting. Those things add up. You can't get your time back, folks. And so your standards are going to determine who gets your time. And if you're giving your time to people with no standards or low standards, you're throwing your time out the window and you can't get it back. Someone asked me on a show one time, if you could go back and tell your 18-year-old or 19-year-old self advice, what would it be? And I would tell my 18 or 19-year-old self to do exactly what I did. I sat around for 15 years playing guitars, writing songs, writing scripts, playing shows every night of the week, performing every day, learning how to use audio, video, and graphic setup so that I could market myself and make money doing what I wanted to do. I wasn't just sitting around smoking out all day, not working. We were dedicated. And that's why we were booked. I was booked every single night of the week for a really, really, really long time. And I think the point of me doing this show, Monday through Saturday, it's almost the same show schedule I would have done at night, only it's a different format. So I have taken the skill that I developed over 20 years of being a live acoustic singer-songwriter, and I have reformatted that and reformatted my style of entertainment into something that speaks the business language, because we have become marketers for business owners. But the way that we market business owners is by getting great people into a great environment, filming great content that helps them convert, and making sure that that content has a high standard. You can always tell the difference. It's getting to that point. You can tell the difference between a video that we shoot that is edited by our team and a competitor. Our shit's better. It looks better. It sounds better. It's formatted differently. It's more face-to-face like this. It is built to convert. It is built to move an audience. It is built to provoke emotion and other stuff. Too podcasty stuff that falls flat. It lacks the depth. It's surface level. You got to figure out what kind of standard of delivery you're going to have when you're speaking to your audience too. You got to make sure that you hit them where it counts. In the heart. You got to keep those gloves up. But you have to get to a point where you can literally take what you build, stand it right next to somebody who's doing something similar and say, this one clearly looks, sounds, feels, converts better. This is why people choose A over B. And I'm telling you, that's how the world works, unfortunately. People with high standards, they call our office phone. We actually have a number. We just don't give it out to everybody. And they say, hey, we want to come in. We want you to build our entire brand out. We want to film 90 days. What does that cost? Well, it's X amount of thousands of dollars to do that entire build out with a landing page, with a funnel, with this brand colors and with that, and with X amount of videos on your social media every week. And we provide them the studio, the equipment, the microphones, the lighting, the filming, the scripts, everything. And because I've gotten myself in certain environments with certain people, the recommendations that we get are like crazy, awesome people. And that wouldn't have happened if I didn't raise my standards and I didn't say, hey, you know, the bar corner's not for me anymore. I remember the day that I called my friend Paul Hennessy in California and I said, hey, man, you know, I can't come into the bars anymore. And he was like, hey, man, we knew that this call was coming, and I'm so excited for you. And I was like, what do you mean? And he was like, I knew by following you on the internet and the way that you market our company that there was no possible way you were going to be singing in the bar corner forever. We knew 4 years ago when you first started marketing in our corners that there was no way that this guy was going to be playing forever in the bar corner. It was impossible. And I was like, huh, interesting. And I went and I looked at their page, and really mainly the only promotion that was on their page was Pat Hilton. Newport Beach, Seal Beach, La Jolla, Dana Point, Newport Beach, Seal Beach, La Jolla, Dana Point, Laguna Beach, Dana Point. Like all those sections of California have their own Hennessy's pages, and it was flooded with my marketing. Every week. None of the other musicians marketed themselves at all. I did, because I had a higher standard than everybody else. Think about this, because the people that want to do business with you, they're going to notice it. They're going to notice, how do you market yourself? How do you communicate? What do you bring to the table? And is that at a high enough level that I'm willing to pay a premium for it? Listen, only premium vehicles take premium gas. Are you a premium vehicle? If you're not, start treating yourself like one. You know, a pretty big guy, I would say. Like I'm down like 18 pounds or something since, you know, last year around this time. So I would encourage you to think about what it takes to hold yourself to a new standard. Treat yourself like a premium vehicle. Treat your services like a premium vehicle, and you will become the premium choice. Line it up. Line it out. It's Friday. Raise those standards. Crush it. See you on the next one.